Did you know that you can manually change gears even though your car has an automatic transmission? Let me explain. With SelectShift, not only can you easily shift gears, you don't have to worry about using a clutch either. Here's how it works. To use SelectShift, move your gear shift into S, or Sport mode. If your vehicle has the SelectShift controls on the steering wheel, you'll pull the right paddle to upshift, or the left paddle to downshift. If your controls are located on the shifter, you upshift by pressing the plus button on the gear shift lever, or downshift by pressing the minus button. Keep in mind, even though you are manually changing gears, SelectShift will automatically make some shifts for you if your engine speed is too high, or if your RPMs are too low. And once you've gone into Sport mode, your car will stay there until you shift back to Drive mode. Compared to a 4 or 5 speed, the 6-speed SelectShift transmission gives you greater acceleration from a dead stop in first and second gear, while higher gears give you better efficiency with lower RPMs at highway speeds. Any questions? Go to FordOwner.com.
Why do I see my gears sometimes, but not others?
Did you know that your automatic transmission may let you manually switch gears too? In fact, with SelectShift, not only can you easily shift gears, you don't have to worry about using a clutch either. Here's how it works. In addition to the traditional gear selections, your transmission has 2 additional modes. Progressive range selection that lets you lock out upper gears when the truck is heavily loaded or when towing on grades, and manual that lets you manually select gears. With your gear shift lever in D, press the minus button to activate progressive range selection. When you do, you'll see the available gears, as well as the current gear indicated on the instrument cluster. So, if you press the minus button once, it will lock out 6th gear, and press it again to lock out 5th, and so on. Once you lock out gears, only the available gears will be shown, and your transmission will automatically shift between them. The unlocked gears will automatically reappear in the display when you restart your vehicle. To unlock a gear, just press the plus button. To manually shift gears, move your gear shift from D to M. Now, only your current gear will appear. And you can use the plus button to upshift and the minus to downshift. Keep in mind, even though you're manually changing gears, SelectShift will prevent some shifts if your engine speed is too high or if your RPMs are too low. And if you come to a stop while in manual mode, the transmission will automatically downshift to a lower gear for easier acceleration when you drive away. Any questions? Go to FordOwner.com. Your vehicle may be equipped with a unique feature that incorporates smart shift logic with all-new, real-time adaptive shift scheduling, which monitors driver input and powertrain signals to ensure you're in the right gear at the right time, providing the best combination of drivability and performance. Let me explain. At times when accelerating or decelerating, and depending on conditions, the 10-speed transmission may skip gears as the vehicle accelerates, or during rapid braking. For instance, upon moderate acceleration, you may see it go from first gear to third gear to 5th, and so on. The reason for this is to get to the highest gear faster while staying in the peak RPM range, in turn giving you the best possible driving performance. And during rapid braking, you may typically see it step down from third gear to first gear, for example. Also, when applying heavy acceleration while at cruising speed, when passing for instance, the transmission may step down multiple times, such as 10th to 6th or 8th to 3rd for quicker acceleration to allow passing. Keep in mind, at light pedal acceleration or gradual braking, single step up or down shifts will generally occur, meaning you could go through each gear one by one. All of this is normal and designed to provide smooth and quiet performance. One more thing. Depending on which drive mode you're in, the transmission will shift differently. Normal, tow haul, snow wet, Eco Select, or Sport. Press the drive mode button multiple times to toggle through each mode. Here if you have a column shifter, or here if you have a console shifter. Tow haul, snow wet, and Sport modes will almost always use single-step shifts. Eco Select functions just like Drive or Normal mode, where it automatically determines the proper shift sequence for the best drivability. Most typically, multi-step shifts. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. Your vehicle may have a new feature that gives you more views, more information, and more control of certain features. Let me tell you about it. The new 8-inch productivity screen on your truck is located between the speedometer and tachometer and gives you an enhanced view of many things. To toggle through the different gauge displays, use the up-down arrows or the left-right arrows on the 5-way steering wheel controls. And press OK when you get to your selection. When you do, you'll notice the oil pressure, engine temperature, fuel, and transmission temperature gauges are always displayed at the top of the screen. Keep in mind, you can switch the transmission temperature gauge to display a turbo boost gauge. See My View, which automatically shows you trip fuel information, truck info, towing, and off-road screens. You can also customize up to 7 screens to show you the information you want, in the order you want it, and you can add and remove screens as well. Trip Fuel gives you Trip 1 and Trip 2 odometers, fuel economy and history, a compass, navigation with turn-by-turn directions if a route is set, and more, as well as truck information, which allows you to view your gauge selection and swap your view of transmission temperature with Turbo Boost. It also shows tire pressure for each wheel, digital speedometer, engine info like oil life percentage, and your MyKey status. The towing display gives you information on towing status, like your steering angle, information on the specific trailer that is attached, the amount of miles you have on that trailer, trailer light status, trailer setup, and checklists to follow when connecting your trailer. In addition, off-road highlights information on your power distribution and steering angle. And settings shows you driver-selectable features like auto high beam, bliss with cross-traffic alert, parking aids, and more. Any questions? Go to FordOwner.com.